Hi there. So moving on to the next policy, which is business continuity and disaster recovery policy. So let's jump on to the objective of this policy. So a business continuity and disaster recovery policy, it ensures the availability of data and the critical operations are resumed if there is any disaster. So we have roles and responsibilities. So these are generic here. The scope, it applies to all employees, management, and external vendors. So we have a contingency plan. So these are some of the policies for the contingency plan. So first we identify essential mission and business functions, then provide recovery objectives. So we have seen in backup policy, we have RTO and RPO, which is maximum tolerable downtime or recovery time objective and recovery point objective. So these are some of the key parameters we need to take care while developing our disaster recovery policy or business continuity policy. So these are a few of the guidelines. Now contingency plan, root cause analysis and lesson learned. So once we have some kind of incident that is causing a business continuity issue or that is causing a disaster exercise, then we perform a root cause analysis, like what triggered that event, and document it. So this is reviewed the entire contingency plan at least once a year, review any text or exercise, and initiate corrective actions. Data backups. So we need to identify the assets and the classification, and based on that classification, we perform data backups. So we conduct backups of user level informations, system level informations, and conduct backups of system documentation, including security related documentation. So these are some of the standards and guidelines. So the backups would be what is the date of the backup, type of the backup. So we discussed this. It would maybe a full or incremental or differential backup, and who is responsible for the backup, who is the owner of that asset, and all the details will be documented here. So we have a data backup methods, a full backup. A full backup is a backup of every file on a system. So it duplicates, and that's why it needs more space. So that's a meaning of full backup. Incremental backups, incremental backup in image is a copy of all database data that has changed since the most recent. So it only takes the changes. For the most recent successful backup operation. So this is a cumulative backup image. And we have differential or delta backup. It's copy of all database that has changed in the last successful backup of the data. So we have continuous data protection or data backups.